Hey, it's Mindy with Astrology by Love, here today for Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising's horoscope for the months of November and December. We will be going from the new moon in Scorpio on November 20th to the new moon in Sagittarius on December 20th. So I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Please like and subscribe. I've got some pretty cool videos down below. Let's go ahead, jump in and get started. I wanted to mention first off that throughout the month, Jupiter, which is in the sign of Cancer, will be closely trining Saturn. They do not come exact, but the energy is very close. We will be feeling this. This is the energy of stability and abundance, emotionally all wrapped up. So deep inside, we know it's going to be okay. We know it's going to be okay. And so that energy is playing out in the background this month, and I wanted to make you aware of it. Then on November 20th, we've got the new moon in Scorpio. Pisces, this new moon is in your ninth house. The ninth house is the place of long-term learning, long-distance travel. This is foreign cultures, places we can't see. This is our area of life that we want to master. There's a beautiful shift or a beautiful new start happening in this area of your life on the 20th. Also on the 20th, Uranus, which has recently moved back into Taurus, sextiles Neptune, which has recently moved back into Pisces. So Uranus is the planet of chaos, to marching to its own drum beat, hell, having its own drum set to march to. Uranus has moved back into your third house. So your siblings, cousins, neighbors have gotten sporadic and random again. And something about their unpredictable behavior is causing you to feel a little bit more sensitive. You are probably feeling like your skin is just not thick enough, and that spiritual world is hanging heavy. And this is partly how you're made anyways, Pisces, but that feeling of feeling the auras and the energies around you is heightened with Neptune in your first house, and the chaos in the neighborhood is just heightening that sensitivity even more. This is a hard energy to see. It's going to be there for about a week beforehand to a week afterwards. This may be something you need to reflect on, and you can see it in hindsight. But that energy does come exact under this new moon on the 20th. Then on the 21st, the sun opposes Uranus. So Uranus is in that third house, and the sun is in Scorpio. So this is that ninth house of mastery. So with the sun shining its light on the area of life you're trying to learn, you're trying to become a guru at, there is some sort of disruption in the neighborhood or with your siblings that's causing this new start to be a little bit frustrated. After the sun opposes Uranus, it trines Neptune. So there is this beautiful sensitivity, this sense of spirituality. This is a wonderful time to meditate and pray. That will be for the rest of the day on Friday the 21st. Then on the 22nd, Mercury, which is in the sign of Scorpio, trines Saturn and Jupiter. So Mercury is the planet that tells us how we think, how we communicate. In the sign of Scorpio, it's wanting to go deep. You have probably been going deep into your studies, into learning what it is that you are wanting to master in this world. You may have been thinking about long distance travels. This connection to Jupiter in your fifth house of kiddos and passion projects, and Saturn, which is in your first house, is causing this learning to happen a little bit easier. You have been trying to be more structured in your appearance. Maybe you have felt physically held back recently, but your joy has been with your kiddos and your mind on the learning. Everything is just flowing beautifully. There's a supportive energy there. This is an excellent day to talk about what's going on with you physically, to also talk about what's going on with the kids. This is beautiful energy for boundaries and for getting better, bigger, more wonderful things. Also on the 22nd, the sun moves into Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is your 10th house. This is your career and legacy in the world. This is the time of year where you tend to shine a little bit more at work, at your career and calling. This is just part of your yearly routine when the sun is in Sagittarius. Then on the 23rd, the sun sextiles Pluto. So Pluto is in your 12th house right now. This is heightening your already natural psychic senses. A masculine energy at work, a boss, maybe a coworker, is triggering some psychic insight from you. You're realizing some things that are going on. You're having like aha moments. This is a fast-moving energy, but that takes place on the 23rd. Then on the 24th, we have a beautiful energy. So Mercury and Venus conjunct. A conjunction is when two planets come together in the same degree. Mercury is the planet of thinking and speaking. Venus is fun, beauty, luxury, how we relax. And so our minds are going to be on having fun. We'll be having conversations about beauty, money. There's going to be lots of laughter on the 24th. This energy is taking place in that 9th house of long-term learning, of gurus, of foreign travel, hanging out with your mentor that day, learning and studying about what it is that you want to master in this world is just going to be fun. The 24th is an enjoyable day, Pisces, so definitely take advantage of this energy. Then on the 26th, Venus in the sign of Scorpio is trining Jupiter and Saturn. So this is fun, feeling abundant, feeling well supported. This is that beautiful grand trine energy flow. This is an equilateral triangle, and the energy is just there for balance, love, having things well structured. This could very much be contract energy, making something financial and abundant official with a signature. Could be how this energy plays out. This would be in the area of your life having to do with your appearance, having to do with your passion projects and your kiddos, and having to do with that long-term learning. This is a faster moving energy. It is there on November 26th. This energy of wholesomeness, of fun, of making possible contracts is there and lingers on to Thanksgiving Day. This should be a pretty good Thanksgiving. Then on the 29th, Venus opposes Uranus. So Venus is still in that 9th house of long-term learning, long-distance travel, and it opposes Uranus. So Uranus is that planet of chaos. It's the unexpected. So something surprising may come up from a sibling or a neighbor on the 29th and disturb the fun you are having, learning about how to be the best version of yourself. Also on the 29th, Venus trines Neptune. So this enjoyment that you are having, learning, possibly traveling, hanging out with your guru, is causing you to feel a little bit more sensitive. This is beautiful energy for meditation, Pisces. It's a wonderful day to pray. Also, Venus trine Neptune can cause us to see things not clearly. We see them as better than they actually are. This is not good detail and organizational energy. Also on the 29th, Mercury, which has been going retrograde, comes and stands still in the sky. We call this stationing. So it'll be going direct after it stations. And whenever Mercury changes directions, it's easy to get confused. So we've got two different energies on the 29th that can cause us to not see things clearly. It's not a good day for details. Typically, when Mercury stands still in the sky, traffic can be a little cumbersome, can be held back, cannot be quick. There is energy that day to enjoy it, to have fun. Like I said, definitely pray and meditate. However, this is not a day for details and for fine-tuning stuff. Then on the 30th, Venus moves into Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, once again, this is that 10th house of career and legacy. You are going to be looking good at work. You're going to be enjoying work a little bit more. Also, Mars is in Sagittarius right now as well. Whenever Venus and Mars are in the same sign, this is really good energy for manifestation work, for law of attraction exercises. I have recently bought this Vogel cut crystal. So this is an excellent manifestation tool for law of attraction work. It is double-ended. I'll have the link for it down below. A man named Marcus Vogel invented this cut. He said it is the best way to magnify the energy in a crystal, and it's the best use for it. So y'all definitely check that out down below. Then on December 4th, we have the full moon in Gemini. So this full moon is taking place in your 4th house. This is family, home, upbringing. Some cycles are going to be coming to an end. This is manifestation energy. If you are trying to manifest something within the family, within the home, this may be the day that it appears. There's going to be some sort of tension between your home life and your work life on this day. And so that is December 4th. That's the Gemini full moon. Then on December 6th, Mercury trines Jupiter. So Mercury is still in that 9th house. This is long distance travel, long-term learning. Your mind is still on improving, growing, becoming the master at what you're wanting to be a master of. And it is trining Jupiter. It is giving some hope. It is giving some positive thinking. When Mercury trines Jupiter, sometimes we can commit to more than we can actually do. This is hyper positive thinking. It feels good. We're in a good mood. Jupiter is in that 5th house of passion projects and kiddos. Conversation with the kids will be beautiful, abundant right now. This is a fast moving energy. It is there on December 6th. Then on December 7th, Mercury continues its trip in the sky and it trines Saturn. So Saturn is in your 1st house. You may feel physically held back. You may have recently had more of a structured look, but your learning and thinking around the area of life you're wanting to master is causing you to be a little bit more structured in your appearance, or maybe held back physically. Then on the 7th and the 8th, we are feeling the energy build up to the 9th. So Mars is squaring Saturn. So Mars is in that 10th house. This is your career, the legacy. You have been motivated to go to work. Maybe there's been some competitions at work, some bickering, but something about this energy at work, this competition, is causing you to feel held back physically or restricted somehow. This is some kind of resentment, frustrations around your work life and your appearance. We'll feel that building up a little bit. It will come to a head on the 9th. Then on the 10th, Mercury is opposite Uranus. So once again, Mercury's how we think, it's how we speak. It's in that 9th house of long-term learning, long-distance travel, and it opposes Uranus, which is in your 3rd house. So something about your community, the neighbors, your siblings, something unexpected happens that pulls your mind away from this learning and travel. This is a quick energy, but that takes place on the 10th. Then on the 11th, Mercury trines Neptune. So Neptune is in that 1st house, causing you to be a little bit more sensitive. The studying and learning of your long-term goals that's going on is just causing you to kind of feel the auras and the energies around you just a little bit more. So that is on the 11th. Then on the 12th, Mercury moves into Sagittarius. So with Mercury in Sagittarius, this puts all the personal planets, except for the moon, in the sign of Sagittarius. We have Mercury, we have Venus, we have the Sun, and we have Mars, all in Sagittarius, that 10th house of career. So work accomplishments, how you're seen, this is all being highly activated right now. All that energy is there on the 12th, 13th, and 14th. Then on the 14th, Mars squares Neptune. There's something about competing at work, maybe bickering among your coworkers or the people you're working with, that's going to cause you to feel a little insecure, a little sensitive. Things are not going to be seen clearly. This may be you being seen in an unfair way. This is a faster moving energy, but that comes to a head on December 14th. Then around midnight on the 14th, early in the morning on the 15th, depending on where you are in the United States, Mars moves in to Capricorn. So Capricorn is your 11th house. These are your chosen friends. These are the people you network with that bring you business, that give you business ideas. You are going to be super motivated to be social, to hang out, and to, once again, maybe compete and bicker a little bit with those that you network with. That energy is going to be there for about the next 2 months, so take advantage of that energy, Pisces. Then on the 16th, the Sun squares Saturn. So the Sun is in that 10th house. This is career and legacy, and it's frustrating your physical appearance, how you're seen in the world somehow. The Sun may represent a boss or a male coworker that is causing you to feel physically restricted. This is a fast-moving energy, but that energy will be there on the 16th. And then on the 20th, we've got the new moon in Sagittarius. So this is a new start, a shift of some sort in that 10th house where we've been having all this energy go on this month. So this new start is going to be something different. There's a lot of positive energies there. However, I do want to mention that also under this new moon, Jupiter, which is in that 5th house of kiddos and creative projects, is making a square to Chiron in your 2nd house. So Chiron is a place where we're hurt, we're wounded, and this asteroid is going through the sky. This square to Jupiter is going to cause us to be a little bit emotional under this new moon. There may be some struggles going on with your finances that are causing you to spend more on the kids than you mean to, spend more on those passion projects. We're going to be a little teary-eyed under this new moon, and Jupiter squaring Chiron is part of it. Also under this new moon, Venus is squaring Saturn. So Venus is in that 10th house. It's making you look good, but something about fun, enjoyment, and money at work is causing you, it's triggering you, and you're feeling restricted again. So this can be a little bit of a frustrating energy, but that is also happening under the new moon. So I appreciate you hanging out with me, Pisces. This is the end of the new moon in Scorpio horoscope video. Please share this video with anyone you know who may want to live their life more in line with the rhythms of the universe. Please check out those links below. I appreciate you. Like and subscribe. I will see you again soon. Thank you, Pisces.